I want to make a video on how I did my magnet setup on my Commander Vill chest. So let's go put it together like that. This is what we got. Spin it around. And my system or setup connects with magnets. Okay. First of all, the magnets I used are, what's it? I'm reading it backwards here. It's Lovey Mag. I got it on Amazon. I could put a link down below when I get done with this video. And what you get, you'll have a stack of magnets like this. They'll give you 3M adhesive. This stuff is super strong. I used a 3M on. Okay, this is on Vill. I did not use a 3M on Vill, but on Captain Ordo I used a 3M because I was out of E6000. Works just as well. In fact, if you mess up, you can just peel it off and put another piece on. You got to use a screwdriver. It's that strong. But anyhow, so let's go ahead and walk through on how I did my setup. Okay, so the first thing for the tabs, I use the extra ABS plastic I got from Imperial Surplus. So this is thick stuff here. You know it's not going to break unless you want it to break, but it's not going to break. Then I got the magnets, E6000 on the tab. Okay. Also with my tabs, because I'm a thin guy, my chest maintains a curvature when it closes. So if I would have kept these straight, it would have been pressing on the closure, which would have popped open the seam, even though the magnets were there. If you follow me, so when I close it, see it remains rounded. If you can imagine that those tabs being straight, it'd be pushing this out, and it wouldn't be as smooth as a seam as it is right now. So with those tabs, I just took a heat gun and I just added a slight radius to it. Moves out of the way, and it follows the curve of the chest naturally. So that's the first thing I did with the tabs. Okay, at this point there's no magnets anymore. And also you got to remember there's going to be an offset that this guy is going to sit between here and the chest. So I did put the same ABS plastic, a square tab underneath this to offset it. See that underneath? That allows the flush closure. So don't forget to do that. Okay, so now we're going to start gluing the magnets. This is what you could be tricky, but it's really not. So the first thing I do with the magnets is I will start with the back. It really doesn't matter where you put them at this point. Okay, just make sure you got your polar sides on the same on top and. But it doesn't matter, but it just keeps you more organized if you got the polar sides the same all the way around. So, and that tab in the middle really doesn't do anything. It's just you don't even have to do that step. I had a different idea at the time, but you don't have to. Don't just ignore that. So you glue the two magnets here on the back. Okay, so those are. We'll fast forward 24 hours. Those are set in place. Now at this point, I'll go ahead and I will glue this tab here and here. First, I'll make sure. They're long enough till they'll reach to the magnets that you already glued in the back. And these are strong. Okay, so now the two tabs are glued in at this point. Now I'm going to close the chest like that. Now I take this magnet and this magnet, just drop them on top. They're automatically going to line up because the magnets on the back are already there. So there's no lining up or whatsoever. So you know that's where they're going to go. So at that point, when I put the magnets on, I'll have the E6000. I'll do a nice thick dab in the center, because when you put the magnets on, it's going to push out the E6000 around the edges. So you want to make sure you keep glue underneath. So when I put the magnets on there, I kind of hold them and let it gently come together, because when they pop together, I mean the glue will squirt out the sides. So you kind of want to control the strength or how hard they connect with the glue on there. Just want to kind of hold it and gently let them connect, so the glue will slowly ooze out when this will squirt out the sides. These are super strong magnets. By all means, don't get your fingers underneath. You can really hurt yourself if you get underneath when the magnets come together. So you got the glue on the magnet. Let's pretend that's a magnet right here. I got glue on this side. Boom, it sticks. Same thing over here. And you're done. And you can, make sure that, everything is lined up. Let that dry for 24 hours and then do the other side. And then, boom. Close it up. Don't need a mirror, and it just pops right on. Now this is for Commander Vill. This is my bandolier or ammo belt. That will, if I had my kit on, it would be something like this. Okay. First, I did the Velcro thing underneath the midsection. So I had Velcro right here, and I found even when I had my gloves on at this point, or I could never actually get the Velcro to connect correctly. Sometimes I couldn't get in the same spot. So I like things just to pop in place automatically. That's why I use magnets. If I walk by a refrigerator, I might stick to it. No, joke. But anyhow, so to remedy that problem, I sewed the same kind of magnets inside of here on the underneath. Okay, and I don't have my midsection, but on my midsection, I'll have the other magnet, the opposite polar side, underneath inside the midsection. So when I have this on, it just sticks automatically lines up. And to make sure the magnet won't go anywhere, I just put some fiberglass. I glued it on there with E6000, and then I fiberglassed the top of the magnet so that magnet will never pop off. I sanded it down, so really when you look underneath my ab section, you can't even see there's a magnet there. I spray painted it white. It's overkill, I guess, something you never see. I made it look pretty. But that's what I do with this guy. And then this was the edge of my pauldron. I got Velcro right here, and this wraps underneath, and Velcro's on the top. Because my pauldron that I use, it floats between Ordo and Vill. So I use the same one. I just swap out the red and blue shoulder pad, but I use the same neck ring. So that's how I do my chest. And also, instead of doing individual tabs, you could do one sheet of plastic across here. And depending if it's a straight or a curve, you still want to heat gun it, or if you're wide enough, you can keep that straight. But I have the one solid piece on Ordo, and they both work the same. Really don't have any, I guess, opinion on which one works better. Both work great. So it just depends what you want to do at that point. But for me, this is a self-automated way just to kit up without having to ask somebody, is my chest on straight? Do I need somebody to help me close up my chest? No, you don't. Not with this. Makes it super easy.